Good morning. You're watching Renaissance Living. I'm your host, Denise Perot, and today we have a really special guest. As you know, Renaissance Living is all about reinventing yourself and living your most abundant life. And my guests have brought us some very inspiring stories of change. And this young lady, Liz Bechtel, is a CPA, and her focus is helping women entrepreneurs grow their business. And she's going to tell us a little bit about her story and how she got started. Welcome to Renaissance Living today, Liz. It's so great to have you here. Tell us a little bit about your background and what's your core competency?
Sure. So it started actually in high school, where I figured out that I actually liked writing checks out of a check register. So that's where I actually started to feel that I was going towards the accounting route in high school.
So you were a math freak at a young age?
Yes. Yes.
Not my favorite.
Yeah. So in high school, I kind of knew my way when I started college that I wanted to start with the business and the numbers and just going towards the CPA route. So after college, though, I went to Deloitte & Touche. Started at one of the big fours.
You went to where? I'm sorry.
Deloitte & Touche. Yeah. So it's a big four accounting firm.
Okay.
So right out of college, I was like, I'm going to be a millionaire. Because, yeah, I mean, out of college, that's what we look at is numbers and how much money we can make. So I was like, what's the best school that I can go to where I can grow but also make the most money?
That's unusual for somebody so young to have a clear focus on what their aspirations were. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I was that young. So yeah. That's really amazing that you were so young and so driven towards your goal.
Yeah, and most people don't have that. And so actually before that, I wanted to be a plumber.
You wanted to be a plumber?
I did. I actually did, and yeah, I think my mom's...
That's where you make a lot of money.
Yeah. I think my mom's happy that I changed over to accounting.
I think you're happy that you changed your mind.
I think so. That's still a joke in our family, though. But yeah, so in the beginning, that I had so many options, and that was one of the options I was considering.
Yeah, the world is really open for women today.
Yes, yeah, and that was it, is that I think the reason why I wanted to be a plumber is because I wanted to do a man's job, or I wanted to be on the same level as a man. Mm-hmm. And but I found out that's not where my heart is, or like what I'm good at. So so what I was good at was math and actually the like puzzles and figuring out just problem solving. So yeah,
that's key, is the problem solving when you're working with women entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general, is solving those problems.
No, definitely. And so after Deloitte, I realized I was working so many hours and I wanted a family eventually. So I decided to go into tax, and I was doing auditing at the time.
My other least favorite thing is taxes.
Yeah, we'll get to that. I know most business owners hate that word. I told myself I wasn't going to say that word today, actually, the T word. But yeah, the T word. Nobody likes hearing that. So then I decided to go into that field, and really I felt like I could help people. Whereas auditing, I mean, I was helping bigger organizations, but I didn't feel like people were really seeing the value of it. I just wanted to make a difference, and I didn't feel like I was. So I started really diving into that, and then I've done that for 10 years, and then I really started doing consulting in the past 4 years. And that's where the light bulb went off, that it's not just about the T word, it's bigger. Like, you can CPAs can help businesses grow and really go to the next level. And so that's why I was like, all right, this is great. So my company at the time was ready to make a change, and so I was like, all right, if they're ready to make a change, I think it's time for me to make a change.
That was a fortuitous decision too, because I met you through NABO, which is the National Association of Women Business Owners, and it's a great organization that supports women in business, and that's a perfect adjunct to you and your company to meet women that need help.
Yeah, so right when I went off on my own, I did so much research, so much thought process, and that's where I was like, what is my passion? Who do I love working with? And women came to me and was like, I just really love to help them and support them. And so I was like, let that be my niche. And so my main focus is helping women entrepreneurs grow their business.
It's amazing.
Yeah, and it's so rewarding, to me.
You can see you're passionate for it.
Yeah, and I'm so blessed by the people that have let me take on the opportunity to help them grow their business.
You got some great stories, I'm sure. But before we go any further, why don't you give our viewers your contact information, please?
Sure. Okay, so I run Bechtel CPA, and I'm out of Mount Laurel, but also I'm trying to make a virtual presence. So if you are anywhere in the whole United States, you can be a client. And I can be reached on my email, and that's at liz@bechtelcpa.com. And I can be reached by telephone at 856-338-7710.
So there you have it, some contact information in case you're looking for some support. And for someone who's trustworthy, Liz has an excellent reputation in her field. So I really feel confident in recommending Liz to all of our viewers out there, especially when she has her virtual platform up and running. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. Because not only with technology can you help local community, I can help all women across the United States, and that really speaks a lot to me. So hopefully, right now I'm just focusing on local, but eventually, hopefully I'll get the spread of word globally, or not globally, but United States.
So as an entrepreneur yourself, how do you juggle everything with your family, your husband? You have 2 kids. She looks 12, but she's actually a mother, and it's like you're wearing many hats. How do you juggle all that?
Yeah, so I have a 3 and a 5-year-old, both boys. I like to say I have 3 boys because I have a 33-year-old kid, it feels like, at home. But yeah, it is a juggling. Being efficient is key. I feel like trying to put systems in place, which we'll talk about later, that I don't have to do everything. I can delegate a lot of my work out to, even my husband, I delegate some stuff out with family. And some stuff is hard because I have mommy guilt for a lot of things.
I think most women get mommy guilt when they're raising a family and you have your children and you feel like you're not really spending a lot of time with them. So this is another thing that she's great at is helping women entrepreneurs to put systems in place that will help you get the maximum amount of time for your family while your business grows.
Yes, yeah, and that's very passionate of mine, is because I don't believe that we're here on earth to work all the time. I believe we're here to have relationships with our family, with our friends, and so if there's ways that we can grow our business, but not actually be in our business, but work on our business, that's really key to having more time at home and actually having a life that you want, instead of just working 100% of your time because you want to build your business, make money financially. But there's other ways to do that.
Oh, that's awesome, because I know some women that never have any time for their families, and I'm sure that they would benefit from your services.
Yeah.
So
yes.
who's one of your greatest mentors in life?
So one of my greatest mentors right now is a lady of the name of Jill Sasman. And I hope I said that right, Jill. She is actually from the Founding Moms community, and they're based out of Chicago, but they support women all around the United States and even in different countries. She is a mom first, and then a business owner second. And I value that.
What's the name of the organization again?
It's called Founding Moms Community.
Founding Moms Community, and
yes.
Is that their website too, foundingmoms.com?
Yep.
Foundingmoms.com, that's great inspiration for Liz. Maybe you guys out there would like to look that up. So
yeah, and
Jill Sasman.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And what she does is she does cute things, like her kids do her hair. So for her, so in all her webinars and all her things, like she's very dynamic, and and I love that, because you want to be yourself while while you're a business owner. You don't want to be somebody that you think somebody else wants you to be. And she perfects it, because she is 100% herself, and that's what I go towards. And as a CPA, we were molded at a young, when I first started, to be a certain person and to be a professional and to act a certain way. And so I'm trying to right now unmold myself from that, which is really hard to do. Just so that I have a personality, and that's okay to have that shine through my business.
Well, it certainly does shine through.
Oh, thanks.
in every way when you're talking and when you're so passionate about everything. But I think that must be really difficult in the financial world. I mean, I'm in the beauty business, so you can do whatever you want, nobody judges you. But in the financial realm, that must be a little difficult to break out of a preconceived mold for that staunch, starched number counter.
Yeah, and you want the perspective, somebody to perceive you as professional and to trust you, and I think that's where it comes from. But at the same time, I'm not stiff, and I have a personality, and I don't want to hinder it because I want somebody to think of me as a professional, and I think you can be a professional.
But as somebody that can expand on the exciting horizons that are available to you.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute with more from Liz Bechtel.
Thank you.
I work 13 hours a day, 6 days a week. So when I'm off the clock, I gotta get stuff done. So when I need a snack, I need something healthy, tasty, and easy to eat. Like wonderful pistachios without the shells. They're protein-powered, delicious, and great on the go. And that's perfect for me.
Thanks, Liz.
A woman without a lot of time.
Whether you're a gourmet cook or just want to eat like one, visit Rostelli Market Fresh, your home for the freshest, locally sourced ingredients to please everyone who loves great food. Our organic meats, quality seafood, and free-range poultry are cut fresh to order. Chefs create culinary-inspired prep foods made fresh every day, which pair nicely with our vast selection of fine wines and spirits. Choose from handmade pastas, artisan cheeses, organic produce, and grocery items, all from the finest purveyors. Rostelli Market Fresh, from our family to yours.
rvn-tv is a platform for people of any industry to share their story. Over 285,000 viewers are tuning in to rvn-tv shows monthly. We guarantee a great experience that you'll be sharing with everyone you know while increasing your personal and company's brand awareness. But what is your brand? According to Forbes, it's a combination of your logo, your product, your design and feel, and your personality. Did you know that aside from being a guest, we offer even more opportunity to boost your brand? Adding your company logo and website on screen during your interview will allow viewers to recognize your brand instantly. Incorporating images and video clips is another great way to showcase your product during your live segment. Let viewers see how good you really are. And most importantly, there's you and your interview. For less than the cost of a newspaper, direct mail, or a magazine ad, you can leave our studio and within 48 hours have a permanent digital copy of your live segment to link to your social media, embed into your company website, or use in email marketing. Investing in your brand is so very important, and we can't wait to have you as a guest.
Welcome back to Renaissance Living. I'm with Liz Bechtel, CPA for women entrepreneurs, not exclusively women, but her focus is on women in business. Liz, welcome back. And we were talking a little bit about some of the strengths in your business model. Give us 3 bullet points that you think are really important to your business model and focusing on helping women entrepreneurs.
Yeah, sure. So I think you mentioned a little bit so I do focus on women entrepreneurs and helping them, and that's just because that's where my passion is. But I also deal with, I'm not exclusively women, I deal with some males, which we'll see a little later. But I think as long as we're a good fit, I'm open to the idea of talking, seeing if we're a great fit for each other. Because not only, do I have to be a good fit for you, but also we have to be a good fit for each other. So that's one of the things that I wanted to point out. And then the other one is I'm proactive. I don't really believe in being retroactive. I believe in being proactive throughout the year. So I have a relationship with you throughout the year. I know what's going on with your business. I and can answer the questions because I know what's going on. And we can come up with a good plan of how to build your business, what your goals are. So being proactive is very key instead of doing the one time a year plan, which is when that time of the year comes to do taxes. that, that's not the only time I know about your
I've had
business.
3 businesses during the course of my career, and you really need somebody to help you financially to figure it out, because you need to have some put away for a rainy day, you need to have your payroll, you need to have working capital. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's very hard. So that's what I'm there for. The third point is that just so that, that we're transparent. We price everything up front. We don't believe in being shocked at the end of the service.
No.
So we make sure that we try our best to price up front, that what's going on, so that with cash flow, you also know.
So your clients know what the fees are up front. There's nothing
Yes.
worse than having a service and then all of a sudden you get hit with the numbers. So this is great that you do what do you call it, an estimate for somebody.
Yeah. And I guess just to add, if I can add one more, just so you understand what's going on with your business. And I think that I really try to put it in layman's terms and not accounting terms, even though sometimes I do that with lingo.
That in itself is great.
I try to be get it more of like, the dummy book, like the handbook for that. Because I believe in, I know that sometimes I look like the Charlie Brown teacher, like the mom, because, as an accountant, it's really hard.
When somebody starts talking numbers to me, I don't even hear what they're saying. I'm just looking at their faces when they're talking.
Yeah, and I don't want to be that. Like, I really want you to understand the health of your business and how we can grow it and get you excited about the numbers, not want you to cringe at the numbers anymore. So I think that's
really great. And we're going to show a couple pictures of some of your clients that you've worked with.
Yeah.
Brett, can you throw them up, please?
I think I have one, but I did like a collage.
I guess he's not ready to do that yet.
Okay, that's fine.
It's okay. Let's talk about some of the business tips. Oh, I'm sorry, we forgot to put the pictures in today. That's
okay.
Oh,
All right, that's fine.
It's fine. Let's talk about your the 3 business tips that are most important.
Okay, so I try to break it out to be vague for any business that's in any phase. So for my growing businesses, the first tip that I have is that, especially if you're a sole proprietor, you are only one person. And as your business grows, you need to know that you need to delegate out that work. It's hard for one person to do multiple roles.
So do you have vendors that you work with or people that can help you? Oh,
yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I even that, even say you're answering the phones. I mean, you're a receptionist in the beginning, but as you grow, that's not the best use of your time, let alone that is not what you want to do. That's not what makes you love your business.
Yes.
So being able to delegate that out, let it be a person or a vendor that does it for really cheap, because there's a lot of cheap options out there too. Because I know some people are like, I can't afford that right now. Even though I'm growing.
Having something affordable to handle those kinds of menial tasks so you can concentrate on your business is really important.
And surprisingly, and it's hard to see when you're in the grind of it, but surprisingly, it helps your business grow when you do that, because now you have time for the sales component, you have time to focus on making other things efficient. So getting those tasks that, that take up a lot of your time, you need to start delegating that out. And even the ones that you really don't like to do. Yeah. That's the first ones that you need to start delegating now, because you have to really be, love what you do
fully
again.
Engaged.
You have
to be fully engaged. But guess what? They just found your graphic, so
good.
Let's go to the graphic, please.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, great.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, so these are a couple of my clients. I wanted to also point out some of the industries that I deal with. I do deal with a very broad group of industries. So these are my clients that have been very supportive with me in the beginning, so I wanted to give them a shout out. If I can help in any way, let alone just not accounting, I will help. And so I would love to, give a shout out to them. So the one on the right, she's a realtor, and her name is Denise Warner, and she's with Remax, and she's amazing. If you can, have any houses to sell, or if you're looking for a house, reach out to her. She's awesome. The one in the middle, that is Jason Jones. He's with New Life Landscaping and Contracting. He is amazing at what he does, and he does not only does he does landscaping, but he does also remodeling inside your house. So it's awesome how he's combining the two into one. And then all the way to the left is is doctors that are from Avocare, the Foreign Pediatrics, and they're an amazing group. That's only a few of them, but they really put your child first when it comes to health. And so that is Kathy Lafferty, David Chasen, and Michelle Russ, which is newly onto the firm. And so I want to say congratulate her. And yeah, so these are just a couple of the industries I deal with. So
that really gives you a lot of credibility if your physicians have faith in you and running their numbers, and somebody who's doing as much work as the guy with the landscaping business.
Yeah.
That's a totally comprehensive business with several different facets going at the same time. So that's great recommendation that you have somebody like that as one of your clients.
Yeah, and they're very supportive, which is encouraging, you know, as a person, you know, going off on your own. It's very encouraging. But yeah, so we do different things with different, so it depends on what your need is too. So each one of those clients I do something different with. And I don't...
So that shows a wide range of competency.
Yes, I don't just sell you. I give you what you need. We're good, you know, make sure that I'm fulfilling all your needs and not giving you something
I think
you don't.
what you said earlier too about being the right fit, not every CPA is good for every company. So that's great that you do a preliminary interview and you help them to decide what's going to be best for them, and if you are a good fit, and if they're a good fit for you. But right now, I'm really interested in that T-shirt you're wearing. Could you tell me a little bit about that? I've been trying to read what it says, but it's backwards.
Yeah, so this is an amazing woman.
Open your shirt up.
Sure. Hopefully my hair's not in the way. So this is an amazing woman, and she started her business. It didn't launch yet. It's going to launch in June. So it is it LV2? I think so it's
2LV Inc.
And so their mission is to sell these shirts to children, to adults that are that need that self-love and that self-awareness. When you look at this in a mirror, I can see empowered. So this is empowered, but it's in a mirrored format, so that when I look in the mirror, it empowers me.
That's really
and not so much
clever
the person.
Idea.
Yes, and it's for people that really need that self-love and the self-awareness to bring it back to yourself.
All over social media, you see all these inspiring quotes and people that are trying to help others by sharing their passions for living, and that just fits right in with what's trending right now.
Yeah, so look out for her. She'll be in June and July.
Look out
and
for Chloe Helms.
Chloe
at
Helms.
2LV Inc. That's a nice shout out. You give a lot of shout outs to your clients and people you work with, and I think that's really nice. It's all about giving back. So
it is.
Liz, thank you so much for joining us today. You shared a lot of really useful information. Your contact information is Liz Bechtel, CPA, phone 856-338-7710. And thanks again for joining us. And stay tuned. You'll see Dan Serini coming up with the Advocates. And I'll see you next week on Renaissance Living.